I want to encouraging everybody. Look at the future. We cannot avoid it. We have to embrace it.
Get off the complaint train. Every time you see a complaint train, that's your chance to win, ladies and gentlemen.
You have to have vision. I mean, it's biblical. Where there is no vision, people perish.
Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time. I wake up every morning.
Espresso, keep me going.
I wake up every morning. Hey, it's Carmichael, and this channel was created to help you overcome the #1 challenge that is holding you back, a lack of belief in yourself. You watch these videos because you know there's something more inside you too. You have Michael Jordan level talent at something. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee and sip on today's message from Jack Ma. Also, if you want to have more confidence in yourself, check out my 254 series. They're free. The links to join are in the description below.
The people who do the model should believe in the model, and I believe what I do.
I think people worry about jobs. Today, we think people worry about artificial intelligence. Well, don't worry too much about that. People are improving, and people worry about the security. Alibaba got, in the past 5 years, every day we got 300 million attacks per day. But we think it's an opportunity. Let's learn it. Let's learn how to do it, solve the problems. And then in the future, when we got the experience, share with the others. That's the whole thing. So I want to encouraging everybody. Look at the future. We cannot avoid it. We have to embrace it. We have to live it, think about the future. And there are a lot of things. My grandfather will never be surprised, will be so surprised that today human beings have so many jobs can be created.
How you want it to happen is not how it's actually going to happen. And this is one of the biggest reasons why entrepreneurs can't get the genius ideas that you've got in here, out into the world. You're a genius, you're an entrepreneur. I love the ideas you have. You've got ideas that can change the world. You've got ideas that will have a gigantic impact on the people around you and make the world a better place. I believe it. I believe it. I know you've got that. Here's why a lot of entrepreneurs never make it. It's because the perfect model that you've built in your head is not actually a feasible one. You're close. It's not way off. But it's the inability to change the model based off of what you're getting feedback on to say, no, this has to be the way. You need to match up what you love doing with what there's a demand for, with what the market is telling you. And too often the market's saying, do this, change here, pivot this way. And stubborn entrepreneurs are not willing to listen, and they die with their ideas still in them. Especially now, especially looking at how things have changed. I look at even YouTube. YouTube, if I just kept doing YouTube the way that I did it 10 years ago, my channel would be dying. I had to change my channel. I had to change the way I did things. What worked 3 years ago isn't the best path right now. I've moved from doing 3 videos a day on the one channel to having, I don't know, 12 different channels now. Something crazy like that. And it's starting to work. It's starting to pay off. But that was a really painful decision, but necessary. Where a lot of times, and too many times, what started to work, you just want to keep doing it the same way. You had a little bit of success on Instagram, and so you just wanted to stay the same way. It's not going to stay the same way. You will have to change. You will have to pivot. And Jack Ma's attitude is what I love. When the algorithm changes, right? When the algorithm changes on any of the platforms, there's always an algorithm. Whenever it changes, you need to see it as your chance to win. Even now I've quote unquote made it on YouTube. Whenever there's an algorithm change, I'm pumped. I'm pumped. Anytime there's a big algorithm change, you know what happens? People are complaining. Facebook's changed, Instagram's changed, YouTube's changed, the algorithm's changed. And the people at the top are whining and complaining. You know what that is for you? That's opportunity. That's opportunity. That's why you can start today and win, because with every change that comes out, you can win. When all the people ahead of you are complaining about how it's changed, you, meanwhile, are out there figuring out the new algorithm, figuring out the new way of doing things. A young person 50 years ago, think about what your parents went through when your parents were young, when your parents were your age. there were not opportunities for them because the rate of change was slower, because young people weren't listened to, weren't trusted, weren't respected, because institutional knowledge was worth so much more. Experience still matters, always has, always will. But the rate of change has grown so quickly that a lot of your parents may not understand how YouTube works, how Instagram works, how technology works. And so they come to the younger people to say, hey, you've got less life knowledge than me, but you know how to do this thing. I need help. That's your chance to win. That's your chance to win. You know why I'm here? Look, I'm here. I was invited to speak at Brendan Burchard's mastermind. These people pay Brendan $30,000 to $50,000 a year to be part of his mastermind group. 200 people in a room. And I was brought in to come and talk about YouTube. Because I have a skill set that all of his other speakers, himself included, don't have. That I acquired. And I'm younger. You can do the same thing. But you have to get pumped for the next thing coming. Don't freak out. Don't complain that this thing is coming. It's going to take away all the work that you've done. Great. YouTube's going to go away at some point. And I've spent over 10 years on the platform. I'm pumped. What's next? Where's my hologram? Where's my VR? Let's go. The faster you can get into that mindset that the thing that's coming is going to destroy your business and everybody else's too, and you're going to go learn it instead of complain about it, that's where you win. So look for people complaining. Look for people freaking out. Look for people getting upset about change. And feel empathy for them, and feel sorry for them, and feel bad for them. Instead of you joining them on the complain train. I like that, complain train. Is that a thing? Get off the complain train. Every time you see a complain train, that's your chance to win, ladies and gentlemen. That's your chance to go and crush it. That's opportunity. So the faster you can adopt that mindset, Jack Ma's mindset, that they're being attacked, they're being hit however many millions of times a day, and say, this is the best, this is amazing, this is my chance to win, that's when you actually start winning, where most of the world is complaining. Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're going to enjoy, but before that, question of the day, I want to know, what complaints are you going to turn into an opportunity for yourself? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you made it this far in the video and you're still watching, I want to celebrate you. Give me a hashtag believe in the comments as well.
Great leaders envision a compelling and different and vibrant future than what is here. They have an alternative, clear view of what the world could be like tomorrow than it is today, right? They have a shared purpose. They believe that they and others would be compelled by, interested, inspired by, and want to work towards. And that's a big deal. And you always read about it in leadership, right? You have to have vision. I mean, it's biblical. Where there is no vision, people perish, right? We know the power of having that vision. So you have to sit down, though, and actually do it. The reason we say envision versus just have a vision is you have to sit, it's a practice of envisioning. What should tomorrow look like for my team? What should tomorrow be like for my business, for my organization? What should tomorrow be like for my life? And not just tomorrow, a long-term mindset and view. The dream, right? That magnificent obsession, that bold desire, the moonshot goals and purposes and missions of life, the bigger picture. That's envisioning a different reality in the future than we experience today. And that's what everybody gets excited about in leadership. Where there's no vision, there's no leadership. Where there's no vision, people perish. So you have to envision. We always have to continually sit down and envision, where are we? Where can we be going? It's an active process. If you set a vision one time and you forget about it, it's not gonna help you accomplish the influence or the impact you want in your lifetime or in those that you lead.
If you want to know how Jack Ma takes responsibility for his actions, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
Of course, you're not happy when people say no. Have a good sleep, wake up, try it again.